The city of Los Angeles has always been a landscape built on the foundation of grand illusions, where the boundaries between the silver screen and reality blur under the warm glow of the California sun. For decades, audiences have gathered in the darkened sanctuaries of movie theaters, seeking a shared experience that can move them to tears, make them hold their breath in suspense, or fill them with a profound sense of wonder. There is something uniquely magical about the collective atmosphere of a packed cinema on a warm summer evening, an intangible energy that connects strangers through a single, flickering beam of light projection. This long-standing tradition of cinematic celebration reminds us of why we fall in love with moving stories in the first place, prompting a gentle invitation for you to hit the subscribe button and join our community as we explore the deeper narratives shaping the world of entertainment today. The collective magic of the theatrical experience thrives on these shared moments of anticipation, where the simple act of sitting together in the dark becomes a testament to the enduring power of visual storytelling. In an era where entertainment is increasingly fragmented and consumed on individual, isolated screens, the cultural significance of the traditional movie house remains unparalleled as a bastion of communal artistry. It is within these historic spaces that legends are both celebrated and born, drawing together the creative minds who have shaped the global cultural lexicon for generations. The atmosphere outside the venue on this particular Thursday evening was thick with a familiar kind of Hollywood electricity, a palpable buzz that always accompanies the rare gatherings of the industry's most influential titans. Paparazzi and dedicated cinephiles lined the perimeter, hoping to catch a fleeting glimpse of the creative royalty that continues to define the parameters of modern filmmaking. As the twilight deepened over the cityscape, the arrival of iconic figures served as a reminder of the industry's golden eras and its continuous evolution. Inside the theater, the murmur of the crowd reflected an eager anticipation for a cinematic vision that promised to challenge boundaries and reignite the classic thrill of the summer blockbuster. Among the distinguished guests, a certain cinematic icon, currently 63 years old, commanded the room with an effortless, timeless presence that has defined his legendary career for over 4 decades. Dressed in a classic dark top paired casually with blue jeans and rugged leather boots, he looked exceptionally fit, deeply tanned, and exuded the youthful, magnetic energy that has made him an international symbol of cinematic dedication and high-octane performance. His unexpected appearance at this specific screening was more than just a casual night out. It was a profound demonstration of mutual respect between masters of the cinematic craft, signaling to everyone in attendance that they were about to witness something truly extraordinary. The actor's presence instantly elevated the gravity of the event, transforming a standard industry screening into a historic cultural moment where the past, present, and future of Hollywood filmmaking converge seamlessly. This veteran performer, known across the globe for his relentless work ethic and his refusal to rely on stunt doubles in the most perilous action sequences, walked toward the stage with the familiar stride that has captivated global audiences since the early 1980s. The crowd fell into an expectant silence as he took the microphone, his voice carrying the warmth and authority of a seasoned storyteller who remains at his core a devoted fan of the medium. He was there to introduce a highly anticipated alien-themed thriller titled Disclosure Day, directed by none other than his longtime creative collaborator and visionary filmmaker Steven Spielberg. The creative partnership between these two giants of the industry has historically yielded some of the most spectacular and thought-provoking science fiction cinema of the modern era, making this public reunion a deeply significant milestone for film enthusiasts worldwide. Their artistic history is deeply intertwined with the evolution of contemporary cinematic spectacle, having previously joined forces to deliver groundbreaking narratives that explored the complex relationship between humanity, technology, and the unknown universe. This latest cinematic offering, Disclosure Day, represents a continuation of that grand tradition, aiming to capture the zeitgeist of an audience increasingly fascinated by the cosmic mysteries and the existential questions of extraterrestrial life. The sheer scale of anticipation surrounding the project speaks to the enduring relevance of its director, who has spent 50 years defining the visual language of popular culture. The actor's public endorsement of the film on his personal social media platform further solidified the monumental nature of the evening, as he shared his genuine enthusiasm with millions of followers around the globe. In an emotional and deeply personal post on his Instagram page, The Oscar-nominated superstar expressed the unmatched joy of experiencing a summer Spielberg movie night in a crowded theater surrounded by close friends and artistic peers. His written words reflected a profound gratitude for the countless hours of pure cinematic joy that the legendary director has gifted to audiences worldwide over his illustrious career. He noted that it has been both a tremendous honor and an immense pleasure not only to have worked alongside the visionary director on massive, genre-defining projects, but also to be able to call him a true, trusted friend after so many years in the Hollywood spotlight. The heartfelt message concluded with an enthusiastic declaration of love for Disclosure Day, accompanied by a series of candid photographs capturing the warm interactions inside the venue. These images showcase the actor alongside fellow Hollywood heavyweights Colin Farrell and Dakota, both of whom shares deep, historic creative ties with the star and the director. Having anchored some of their most memorable past collaborations, the photographs also highlighted a warm congratulatory nod to the leading actress of the new film, Emily Blunt, and the entire collective of dedicated artists who worked tirelessly to bring this new sci-fi vision to life on the screen. This gathering of talent served as a living retrospective of the actor's own cinematic journey, a visual testament to the enduring professional bonds formed on the sets of massive blockbusters that continue to resonate with viewers today. The cinematic history shared among these individuals represents a golden thread running through the fabric of modern Hollywood, connecting distinct eras of filmmaking through a shared commitment to artistic excellence. The presence of Farrell and Fanning alongside the legendary actor immediately evoked memories of a time when sci-fi thrillers relied as much on deep emotional resonance and complex character development as they did on cutting-edge visual effects. As the lights finally dimmed in the Los Angeles theater and the opening frames of Disclosure Day began to illuminate the massive screen, the audience was transported into a narrative world designed by a master director at the height of his creative powers. The introduction by his longtime leading man had set the perfect stage, infusing the room with an old-school Hollywood glamour and an intense curiosity about what this new sci-fi chapter would reveal about our place in the cosmos, setting the foundation for a deeper exploration of these iconic careers. The deep, enduring creative connection between Tom Cruise and Steven Spielberg represents one of the most formidable and commercially successful artistic alliances in the entire history of modern cinema. To fully comprehend the heavy atmosphere of anticipation that filled the Los Angeles theater during the screening of Disclosure Day, one must look back at the cinematic milestones that originally forged this remarkable bond between the iconic actor and the visionary filmmaker. Their professional history is anchored by two massive, genre-defining feature films that pushed the absolute boundaries of science fiction and visual storytelling in the early years of the 21st century. The first of these monumental collaborations arrived in the year 2002 with the release of Minority Report, a sleek, deeply philosophical tech-noir thriller based on a short story by Philip K. Dick. In that groundbreaking project, Cruise portrayed a tormented law enforcement officer operating within a specialized Washington, D.C. police division that utilized mutated human seers to arrest murderers before they could actually commit their crimes. The film was a masterclass in world-building, blending a cynical dystopian vision of the future with high-speed, heart-pounding action sequences that highlighted the actor's legendary physical commitment to his roles. It was during the production of this complex thriller that Cruise first shared the screen with a young rising Irish actor named Colin Farrell, who played a sharp, ambitious federal agent tasked with investigating the pre-crime system. The intense on-screen chemistry and psychological tension between Cruise and Farrell became the driving force of the narrative, creating an unforgettable cinematic rivalry that critics still praise to this day. Following the massive global success of their first joint venture, Cruise and Spielberg reunited a mere 3 years later to unleash an entirely different kind of cinematic spectacle upon the world. In 2005, they presented a terrifyingly grounded and emotionally raw modern adaptation of H.G. Wells' classic alien invasion masterpiece, War of the Worlds. This film shifted away from the clean, futuristic aesthetics of their previous collaboration, plunging the audience instead into a chaotic, dust-covered nightmare of survival against an overwhelming extraterrestrial threat. Cruise delivered a brilliant, understated performance as a flawed, blue-collar father, desperate to protect his estranged children from monstrous, towering tripod war machines that were systematically vaporizing human civilization. Playing his young daughter in that apocalyptic thriller was the incredibly talented child actress Dakota Fanning, who delivered a performance of astonishing emotional depth and raw terror. The harrowing journey of survival shared by Cruise and Fanning on screen formed the emotional heart of the entire blockbuster, leaving an indelible mark on a generation of moviegoers. Therefore, seeing Cruise, Farrell, and Fanning standing together once again at the premiere of Disclosure Day was not merely a casual publicity photo opportunity, but a profound and deeply nostalgic reunion of cinematic veterans who had survived the fictional trenches of alien invasions and futuristic conspiracies together. This gathering of talent also came to represent a beautiful convergence of Cruise's historic filmography, as the star was also there to enthusiastically support the exceptionally talented Emily Blunt, his brilliant co-star from the critically acclaimed 2014 time-loop action thriller Edge of Tomorrow. The intricate network of these creative relationships underscores the immense mutual respect that binds these elite performers together, illustrating how their past artistic triumphs continue to feed into the contemporary landscape of high-quality Hollywood cinema. Yet the narrative of this star-studded week in Los Angeles extended far beyond the walls of the movie theater, transitioning smoothly from the celebration of fictional cosmic mysteries to the recognition of extraordinary real-world achievement and enduring personal loyalty. The very next day, the spotlight shifted to a different kind of global icon as Cruise transformed from a supportive cinematic leading man into a fiercely proud and devoted friend on one of Hollywood's most historic stages. The occasion was the official induction of international soccer legend David Beckham into the elite ranks of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a prestigious honor celebrating his massive cultural impact and contributions to the world of sports and entertainment. The atmosphere on the historic boulevard was absolutely electric, packed with thousands of adoring fans and global media outlets eager to witness the unveiling of the legendary athlete's star. David Beckham arrived looking exceptionally dapper and sophisticated, wearing a perfectly tailored classic blue suit paired with a crisp tie, exuding the effortless elegance that has made him a global style icon for decades. Beside him stood his brilliant wife, Victoria Beckham, who looked stunningly chic in a skin-tight, shimmering silver dress with her signature ombre hair flowing down beautifully, commanding the attention of the flashing cameras. The entire Beckham family, including Kim Turnbull, Romeo Beckham, Young Harper, Cruise, and Jackie Apostol, gathered together to form a picture-perfect portrait of familial pride and modern global royalty. When Tom Cruise stepped up to the podium to deliver his official tribute speech for his longtime friend, he completely commanded the venue, looking incredibly sharp and stylish in a sophisticated maroon suit that stood out against the standard Hollywood backdrop. Cruise spoke from the heart, delivering an eloquent and deeply moving speech that bypassed the usual superficial industry platitudes to focus on David Beckham's fierce work ethic, unmatched discipline, and genuine humility. He spoke of the shared understanding that comes with operating at the absolute peak of one's respective field, drawing a parallel between his own relentless pursuit of cinematic perfection and Beckham's historic dedication to the global sport of soccer. The profound bond of friendship between the American movie star and the British sports icon, which has endured through years of intense public scrutiny and shifting cultural landscapes, added a layer of authentic emotional warmth to the high-profile ceremony. This public display of camaraderie served as a powerful reminder that behind the blinding flashbulbs and the carefully managed public personas, these larger-than-life figures rely on deep, grounded personal relationships to navigate the immense pressures of global fame. Even amidst the immense excitement of honoring a sports legend and celebrating a new Spielberg sci-fi thriller, the entertainment world was suddenly hit with an even bigger wave of anticipation regarding Cruise's own legendary cinematic future. In a thrilling development that set social media ablaze and dominated industry headlines, the major studio Paramount Pictures officially confirmed that the highly anticipated blockbuster Top Gun 3 is now actively moving forward. This massive announcement sent shockwaves of excitement through the entire film community, coming just a few years after the historic, record-shattering success of Top Gun Maverick, which single-handedly revitalized the global theatrical box office. The official confirmation was delivered during a high-profile industry presentation at the prestigious CinemaCon event held at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, where Josh Greenstein, the co-chair of Paramount Pictures, took the stage to share the thrilling news with theater owners and journalists. Greenstein revealed to the ecstatic crowd that Tom Cruise will officially be taking to the skies once again, stepping back into the iconic flight suit of the legendary fighter pilot Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell for an entirely new high-flying cinematic chapter. The studio executive confirmed that the massive project is officially in active development, with a top-tier script currently underway to ensure the new story meets the impossibly high standards set by its predecessor. While Cruise himself was not physically present inside the Las Vegas ballroom to make the grand announcement, he managed to steal the entire show in true, larger-than-life fashion through a spectacular pre-recorded video message. The audience gasped and cheered as the video screen illuminated to reveal the iconic 63-year-old actor standing completely untethered and fearless atop Paramount Studios' historic and iconic water tower on the lot in Los Angeles. Looking out over the vast landscape of the historic movie lot, Cruise flashed his trademark charismatic smile and shouted enthusiastically to the camera that the future looks pretty great from up here. A double meaning that referenced both his literal high-altitude view and the thrilling trajectory of his iconic cinematic career. Greenstein and his fellow Paramount co-chair Dana Goldberg further fueled the growing fire of excitement by officially confirming that Top Gun 3 will be proudly reuniting Tom Cruise with legendary blockbuster producer Jerry Bruckheimer. Bruckheimer, who famously produced the original 1986 classic film alongside the late Don Simpson and later returned to help shepherd the 2022 masterpiece, is widely regarded as the creative architect of the franchise's signature high-octane style. This reunion guarantees that the upcoming film will maintain the absolute highest level of technical excellence and narrative integrity, staying true to the adrenaline-fueled formula that has made the franchise an enduring pillar of global popular culture. The official confirmation of a third installment in the legendary aviation franchise has set a monumental benchmark for the industry, ensuring that the legacy of high-altitude cinematic spectacle will continue to evolve under the guidance of its master architect. Although a specific director and a precise theatrical release date have yet to be formally announced by the studio executives, the creative blueprint for this upcoming cinematic event is already generating immense discussion among industry insiders and fans alike. To understand the sheer scale of the anticipation surrounding this new project, one must examine the staggering historical context established by its immediate predecessor, Top Gun Maverick. When that film soared into global theaters after multiple pandemic-related delays, it defied all conventional box office expectations by grossing an astronomical $1.5 billion worldwide against a relatively modest production budget of $170 million. That unprecedented financial triumph was not merely a commercial victory, it was widely credited with saving the traditional theatrical exhibition industry during a time of immense cultural uncertainty, proving that audiences were still fiercely eager to experience large-scale, authentically crafted stories on the biggest screens possible. The immense critical and commercial success of that film has naturally placed an extraordinary amount of creative pressure on the shoulders of everyone involved in crafting the next chapter, making the development process a meticulous labor of love and precision. The core narrative strategy for the upcoming sequel relies heavily on bringing back the incredible ensemble cast that successfully bridged the generational gap in the previous movie, creating a rich continuity that resonates with both older fans and a completely new generation of moviegoers. Back in January of 2024, the exceptionally talented 37-year-old actor Glen Powell, who won over audiences worldwide with his charismatic performance as the arrogant yet brilliant naval aviator known as Hangman, offered some fascinating insights into the secretive development of the franchise. Speaking candidly during an interview with industry publication Variety, Powell playfully addressed the intense wave of rumors that had been swirling through the media regarding the future of the franchise long before the studio made its official presentation in Las Vegas. The actor admitted with a laugh that for months, people in the industry and fans on the street would look at him with an intense expression, assuming he possessed complete inside knowledge about exactly what was going on behind the closed doors of the production office. He revealed that while he had to maintain absolute professional confidentiality at the time, there was already a tremendous amount of fun and highly exciting stuff being discussed and organized behind the scenes. Powell shared that he remains in constant regular communication with the visionary director Joseph Kosinski, the legendary superstar Tom Cruise, and the master blockbuster producer Jerry Bruckheimer, forming a tight-knit creative circle that is deeply committed to preserving the unique spirit of the franchise. He expressed his immense enthusiasm by stating that things are absolutely happening and that the creative trajectory sounds incredibly exciting, even if he did not know the exact date he would be ordered back to the training facility. Adding confidently that he was absolutely certain there would be a high-performance fighter jet waiting for him somewhere in the near future. This exciting confirmation means that audiences can eagerly look forward to a spectacular on-screen reunion featuring not only Cruise as Maverick and Powell as Hangman, but also the brilliant 39-year-old actor Miles Teller, who delivered a deeply moving and emotionally complex performance as Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, the son of Maverick's late best friend Goose. The profound emotional core of the franchise has always been anchored by these complex intergenerational relationships, exploring themes of legacy, grief, redemption, and the intense psychological burden carried by those who operate at the absolute limits of human endurance in the dangerous skies. By continuing to explore the evolving dynamics between Maverick, Rooster, and Hangman, the upcoming third film promises to deliver the same perfect blend of deep human emotion and breathtaking, real-world aviation stunts that made its predecessor a global cultural phenomenon. The journey of these characters mirrors the incredible career journeys of the actors who portray them, illustrating a shared commitment to an old-school philosophy of filmmaking that prioritizes physical reality, practical visual effects, and intense personal dedication over artificial computer-generated imagery. This relentless dedication to cinematic authenticity is the defining trademark of Tom Cruise's modern career, serving as the common thread that unites all of his diverse artistic endeavors. From supporting a contemporary sci-fi thriller like Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day to honoring a legendary sports icon like David Beckham on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Whether he is standing on a stage in Los Angeles introducing the work of a lifelong friend, delivering a heartfelt speech at a prestigious public ceremony, or standing completely untethered on top of a historic studio water tower to announce a massive blockbuster sequel, Cruise exemplifies a rare and vanishing breed of global entertainer. His actions across this remarkable week demonstrate a profound understanding of the interconnected nature of modern show business, where the celebration of artistic history, the nurturing of deep personal friendships, and the relentless pursuit of future creative milestones all feed into the same enduring cultural narrative. The extraordinary events of these few days in Southern California offer a fascinating window into a vibrant entertainment ecosystem where legends continue to inspire one another, where the achievements of the past provide a solid foundation for the innovations of tomorrow, and where the timeless magic of the shared cinematic experience remains completely undefeated. As the film industry continues to navigate a rapidly changing technological and cultural landscape, the enduring partnerships between visionary directors, dedicated producers, and iconic movie stars serve as a reassuring anchor, reminding us of the storytelling power that first captured our collective imagination generations ago. The anticipation for what lies ahead in the skies of the upcoming sequel and within the mysterious cinematic world of Disclosure Day underscores an undeniable truth about our global culture: we will always possess an insatiable hunger for grand, masterfully told stories that challenge our perspectives, celebrate our shared humanity, and inspire us to look up at the stars